Welcome, woodworkers of the world, to the Swedish knife grip sessions. This time I'm going to make a spatula. And the spatula is very useful when you're working in the kitchen, frying things, and you can make many variations. You can trim them if they don't work as you want to. So I have a couple here which have different sizes. A small one for stirring small things. A little bigger one. This has no oil on it yet, so it's under production. A big one, and this is made out of a crooked piece, so it follows the fibers in the curve. But this one is made out of a straight piece of birch, and it has just a little curve here. It has a little thicker handle and a pretty thin blade. Like this. So let's do some knife work and axe work. This is the normal way to cut with an axe, that you're chopping up the wood like this from the side and then you rinse it. So this is the handle part. A thicker handle and a thinner blade. And now I have a form, you see, which has a slight S-curve like this. It's thinner out to the blade and it's thicker at where the handle is. I made it wide here, a little thinner at the stem, and then the handle is a little wider here. So now I'm going to start to carve. And of course I will use all these different knife grips that we have been talking about in the knife grip sessions. It's about 10 different ones. And I'm going to do this pretty fast, and you have to recognize where the grip is, which kind of grip I'm using. So just follow me and watch very carefully. So now I have been straightening up the form, trying to look at it, and I can still see it's a little twisted, so I have to align this surface with the handle. It's still a little twisted, so I have to take a little more on this side. Much better. So you can see at first I'm using pretty powerful grips, like cutting towards my body like this, the power grip, which was like this, the scissor grip like this for planing, and I'm trying to catch a form which has some kind of symmetric feeling in it. And here I'm using the can opener, which is a little hard one to do because I'm pushing the edge up like this. I'm using my index finger like a stop when the knife comes up there. So it stops here before it hits the thumb. And this is useful because I want to see the shape of the blade, the stem and the handle while I'm carving. Therefore I can work like this. And here, looking from the side view, I want the stem to be a little thicker than the handle is, because here is the stress and the fibers are running straight, so I want a little more material just here. But now I'm chamfering these sides. I put facets on each side like this. So when I'm looking at it from the side, like here, it doesn't look that as thick as it actually is, which is a good thing. You keep the strength, but it looks a little lighter and easier. And once again, since the handle is wide here, it can be thin here. So now I'm trimming it down and make facets on the side. So I have a nice little curved design here at the bottom for my finger to hold on like this. And remember not to cut across the grain, you have to go with the grain. So here I have to come from the other side. So as you can see, I'm using a lot of different knife grips all the time. And if you wonder what kind of grip it is and what the names are and want to see them a little more closely, you can go back and watch the knife grip sessions again, because they are presented one each in one program each. While you have been carving for a while, it can be good to check the blade a little for sharpness. And sometimes if I can feel with my nail like this, if I have a little distortion, I take a little stropping compound, which is aluminum oxide, and put that on just a straight piece of wood like that, and then I'm stropping the edge by pulling and pushing with the edge away from me like this, to make it a little bit sharper than before. And this helps your carving a lot. Stay sharp, remember. Right up here, I'm going to make a little finial, a little knob or something that stops the form, the line that comes all the way here. Make a little short stop here and continues up here. A little crown on the top of the spatula. Just something for the eye to look at. And first I make it squared like this, and then I'm taking off the corners with the thumb push like this. And then I place my knife in a 90-degree position. So you see, I'm placing the knife 90 degrees to the wood like this. And then I press it onto my knee and look at the 90-degree angle here, and then I'm rotating this all the way around, looking for the 90-degree cut. So these cuts will meet each other on each side. So this is a kind of cleaning cut, which helps me in this crossed thumb grip. So I'm working on each of these ones and slicing away and back in a 90-degree position on each of these 8 facets that I have all the way around. And if I do this properly, I will end up with a V cut like this all the way around, which helps me to make a proper knob. So now I made another V cut below the other one, just to make a little beginning for this knob. And now I will chamfer the very top with pulling towards my thumb like this. So I will carve off the corners like this. And then I do this on 4 sides first, so I can tell that all these 4 sides are about the same width. This one needs just a tiny little bit more. And when that is done, I can take the corners like this, and then I have a knob. So now I'm rounding everything and make it a little more round, and cut a little deeper here at the bottom, so this knob will be in a perfect round. And now I'm continuing to make an overall form on this, trimming the form, and also I'm going to make a chamfer which comes all the way here, a facet which helps the spatula to look a little more thinner. On this upper side, I will make a little bigger chamfer, so I have a very thin side all the way around here, so the food easily can come up in the frying pan. And of course I have to trim the end with this grip. And right up here I have to be careful because I don't want the wood to split out, so I'm twisting it and take it from the other side around it just a little to make a nice little curve at the very end. And then I'm chamfering this front side too, like this. A good thing to feel the thickness can be to just place your index finger and your thumb like this and feel if it has even thickness all the time. It's still a little thick here, but I think I will take that when it has all dried out after a few days in a piece of cloth, wrapped in a piece of cloth. And then when it's ready, I put it in linseed oil, raw linseed oil, for about 1 hour, really soaking it in the linseed oil. Take it up, let it drip off, and then with a piece of cloth or paper, take away the linseed oil, which is too much, and then I burn that cloth or put it in water or something, because there is a danger here. It can go on fire very easily, so be careful. And then it has to dry for about a few weeks, and then it's ready to use in the frying pan. So please give it a try.